Let us look at example of operator overloading. So here I will take a class for complex number and I will overload addition operator. So for that, first of all, I will write a function for adding, then I will overload. So let us write a class complex. Now here I will make everything as a public, so that's easy for accessing the things. Public integer real and integer img, that is for imaginary. Now I will write a function for adding two complex numbers. So the function name is add and it will take a complex number and return the addition of two complex numbers, that is complex. I will write on the body of this function here itself. So for that I will take one temporary complex number and then temporary complex numbers real part is equal to real part of the same complex number and c dot real. Then temps imaginary is assigned with imaginary plus c dot img. Then finally say return temp. So temporary variable is returned. See, I was getting an error because I was not returning. So finally return statement is mentioned here. See, I have a complex number class with function add for adding two complex numbers. The one number is itself and the second number is taking as parameter. So let me show you these things. Let us create an object inside a main function. Complex C1 and C2 and C3. So first complex number, I will say C1 dot real is assigned with 5 and C1 dot imaginary is assigned with 3. So this is the first complex number is ready. Then C2 dot real is assigned with 10, as well as in the same line I am writing C2 dot imaginary is assigned with 5. Now you can see that the sum of two complex numbers must be 5 plus 10. This 5 and this 10 is 15. And then imaginary part is added, so this becomes 3 plus 5, that is 8. So let us say C3 assigned with add. Now let us add these. So C3 assign C1 dot add C2. So I am calling the function of C1 and passing C2 as a parameter. So it will take this C2 as parameter, that is second complex number, whose values are 10, 5. It will add it with itself, that is 5, 3, and return the result. So here I will see out C3 dot real, then plus I, then C3 dot imaginary and NL. So let us see, I should get the result as 15 plus I8. So these two are added and these two are added. Let us run the program. Yeah, I got the result as 15 plus I8. This is the sum of two complex numbers. Let us debug the program and see how it is working. So here I'll put a breakpoint and I will run the program. This is C1's real. So you can see the value is 5. And this is C2's real. And the value is 5. Let us run the program. We will see that the function is called upon C1 and C2 is passed as parameter and the result will be sent back to C3. Let us run this one. If I continue, then it will enter into a add function. Now here it is inside add function. Now if I see C here, let us see which object is passed. See, real is 10 and imaginary is 5. Real is 10 and imaginary 5. So what is that? See, this is C2. C2 is passed as parameter, right? So C1 is its own value. That is, this is real, that is 5 and this is 3. So this is C1. 5 and 3 are C1. Let us stop the program and now here I will call the add function by mentioning here C2 and here C1. Let us rerun the program and see what happens. Now the parameter passed is C1 and the function is called upon C2. Let us move into the next line and add function. Now let us see what is this C parameter passed. So it is 5 comma 3. Real is 5 and imaginary is 3. So it means C1 is passed as parameter, that is 5 comma 3, and its own real and imaginary are C2. This is 10 and this is 5. 10 and 5. Real is 10 and imaginary is 5. So this is C2. So the function is called upon C2 and C1 is passed as parameter. So that's how this can be called upon C1 or C2, anything. I will change this code for operator overloading. So just instead of calling function as add, I will say operator plus. That's all. So instead of writing function add, I can say plus. And this works. I'll remove this breakpoint and run the program. Let us see what happens. Yeah, 15 plus I8, I got the result. So I wrote C2 plus C1, so it is just like the function is called upon C2 and C1 is taken as parameter. Either way I can write, even I can make change to this one. I make this as C1 and this as C2. Then the function will be called, operator plus function will be called upon C1 and C2 will be passed as parameter. So you can see that instead of add, I have just changed it to operator plus. So here logic is important, and then how to write down the prototype of a function, that is also important. Two things are there. So already we have learned this. Now let us run once more and see what is the output. Again 15 plus I8. Yes, 15 plus I8. So that's it. This is the addition operator. Similarly, you can overload subtraction operator and change the logic. Just you have to write operator minus here.